So hello dears, today we are going to start new subject, that is microbiology. From various sources, from various videos, like I'm making it uh, short and in fast form so we can revise for all the exams. Okay, so this is from different authors, different books, different videos. I'm making it very short. So everyone know, when we started the class microbiology, first thing we heard in the class was gram staining, right? Talking about gram staining, what you have to understand, the staining is used for what? Mainly for differentiating. That's why we also call it as it's a differential staining. It's a type of what? Differential staining. Next thing we have to know that there's a sequence for it, right? From the lower class we are hearing there is a sequence for this gram staining. To include, remember, mnemonics, M gas. Here M is for, first thing we'll be using something called methyl violet. Methyl violet, or you can use crystal or genetine or gentian violet. That is a primary stain we use here, right? Gram staining. Then G for the grams iodine. That's also called, right, the mordant or fixer. We call it as what? A fixer. Then A here is for acetone. As you already know, we use, this is a declarator. It can be alcohol, that is acid alcohol. We use acid alcohol, or we use something called ethyl alcohol. Ethyl alcohol. It's a good decolorizer here, the decolorizer thing. The last one, this S is for safranin stain. Safranin. So that's all about gram staining and their sequence. Now, why we do gram staining? To differentiate, is it gram positive bacteria or is gram negative bacteria, right? As you know, if you stain with the gram positive bacteria appear purple to violet in color. Same time, gram negative, they will appear pink in color. You know what is the reason? As everyone know from the lower class, gram positive mean they have thick peptidoglycan layer, so they will be stained, they cannot be washed out, right? But at the same time, gram negative have thin cell wall or thin peptidoglycan layer. As a result, it will be washed out, and they will have a staining, the second staining here, safranin, that will give them what? Pink color. So that's how gram positive have purple to violet and gram negative have what? Pink color, as you all know. Similar manner, there is a very important staining like differential staining itself. That is, you might have heard about Ziehl-Neelsen staining. Ziehl-Neelsen, very famous staining. It's also called, right, acid fast stain. Acid fast stain. So as you, from the word only, you might be hearing or remembering this. This is done for completely what? Tuberculosis, where we do the staining for TB, our bacteria, Mycobacterium tuberculi bacteria. So we will collect from the TB patient some sputum. So we'll take a sputum smear. After that, what we do, they will be adding something called carbol fusion. We'll be adding something called what? Carbol fusion. And after that, there will be like intermittent heating and fixing. Along with that, we'll do intermittent heating and fixing. After that, that is most important thing here, we'll be adding around 20 percentage of H2SO4. We'll be adding around 20 to 24 percentage, mainly 24% will be using. It acts as a decolorizer here, decolorizer. So after that, and we'll be adding what? Methylene blue. So this is for which bacteria? TB bacteria we do this all this step. So at the end what we get here, how you diagnose or how you confirm that it was TB bacteria, if you check you will get something that is a blue background or blue cytoplasm, and inside we will have what? Red bacilli, this red bacilli. So we confirm that was we were talking about what? Mycobacterium tuberculi, remember. So very important, Thiel-Nielsen. It's also what? A type of differential staining. Now sometime after adding carbol fusion, after this, okay, everything is same, we will be adding phenol. Be adding phenol. Everything is same, there is no intermittent heating. If you add phenol, then after that what? This 20% H2SO4, then methylene blue, same like what we have written, but instead of heating after carbol fusion we will be adding phenol. See here it is 20% itself, same thing, everything is same. So at that time just adding phenol, that will change the name of the staining, that this staining is having different name, that is called Kinyon method of staining, Kinyon method, or cold staining. So there it was heating, right? So just remember in the exam they will ask us Kinyon method of staining or cold staining. Hope all are okay. So that's all about Thiel-Nielsen staining. Now important exam question, as I told you, we have acid fast. So they will ask you 20% acid fast. Which bacteria is that? 20% acid fast positive is our Mycobacterium tuberculi. Mycobacterium tuberculi, TB. Then 5% it is Mycobacterium lepra. Then 7% it is Nocardia. They are partially right, partially acid positive. And remember least positive, that is around 0.25 to 5%. They are shown by oocyst of, as you know, oocyst of Cryptosporidium, then Cyclospora, as well as Isospora. So all these, remember these organisms are positive in which patient? HIV. You can see this infection in HIV patient. They are 0.25 to 5% what? Which positive? Acid fast positive. That's the main thing you have to know. Now, how you group the bacteria normally in microbiology, right? We have gram positive and gram negative. To remember for lifetime, remember all the cocci, whenever you hear the ending, species ending as cocci, they are all cocci are gram positive. So every cocci you hear are gram positive, except, so everywhere what is a question in the exam, this exception will be the question. First exception is the meningococci, then gonococci, then there is something called Veillonella, then Moraxella, so these all are what? Gram positive all cocci are gram positive except this one. So these are gram negative, but still they end with the word cocci. So just for remembering. Similar manner, I can say that all bacilli are all the species ending with all bacilli or the shape are gram negative. So here also we'll have what exception for sure, right? Except remember mnemonics, McDonald or McD. Easy for remembering. Remember M here is for again mycobacteriosis. Then A for anthrax. Anthrax is caused by Bacillus anthracis, right? Anthrax bacillus. So these are gram what positive. Then Clostridium. Now Clostridium botulinum, Clostridium tetani. This Clostridium species. D for diphtheria, Corynebacterium diphtheria. And O is just for mnemonics. N for again nocardia, same like they are 7% positive for acid fast. Here they are what gram positive. A for actinomycetes. You might have heard actinomycetes Israeli and all. They will cause you pussy infection. Actinomycetes species. Then L for listeria. Listeria monocytogens. And D for diphtherioids. Will come here about each bacteria soon. But remember, all the bacilli are gram negative except all these, and they are gram positive. Similar manner, all cocci are gram positive except this one, they are gram negative. Hope you all everyone got the point. So we talked about two staining mainly now, gram staining as well as Zeal instant. Other very famous important question asked in the exam is about bipolar staining. You might have heard. We have something called bipolar staining. It means these two poles they are stained. You can see here this pole and this pole. So like they will have a safety pin appearance as a result. Very important buzzword in the exam. Safety pin appearance. This bipolar staining. Who all those bacteria will show this bipolar staining? First one, very important bacteria, Yersinia. Plaque causing Yersinia pestis. Second one, Klebsiella granulomatosis. Third one, Burkholderia malai. Or remember this same thing, Burkholderia. There is something called pseudo malai also. Pseudo means false. Pseudo malai. Then there is something called Vibrio parahemolyticus. Then something called Haemophilus ducreyi. So all these are examples for what? The bacteria that show what? Bipolar staining or safety pin appearance. So that is also very important in the exam. Remember all these points. Next one, you might have heard there are something called capsulated bacteria. What are those? What all are those bacteria who are having capsule? Capsule. First of all, what is the function of this capsule? If a bacteria have capsule, remember they avoids phagocytosis. Remember what is a primary function? They can avoid you phagocytosis. Second thing, they helps in adherence, adhering to surface. These are the main functions of what? Capsule. Now avoid phagocytosis by using what? Or by preventing the opsonization. They prevent what in the body or in the blood? They prevent a process called, in pathology you might have heard, opsonization. See, opsonization just means we are making the bacteria tastier with the help of complements. So there are a lot of opsonizers in the blood. What they will do, they will go to the bacteria and say I will make you tastier, so our WBC or macrophage can eat it. The main opsonizer is C3b, the main one. Other one like the FC of IgG and IgM, these all are opsonizers, mainly C3b complement. So that is for only for specific bacteria they have this what? Capsule. So let's see what are these capsulated bacteria. Here also we can remember mnemonics if you want. Pachy, BM, C square V. Anyhow, we have to remember the names. Here P is for two bacteria. One is pneumococcus. Other P is for pseudomonas. So two bacteria. A for anthrax. K for Klebsiella species. I for Haemophilus influenza, or you can write it for mnemonics, influenza Haemophilus. Y is for Yersinia species. Just now we talked about Yersinia bipolar staining. Yersinia. Then B is for Bordetella. M is for meningococci. So you can see here I put C square, means there are two bacteria that are having capsule with the C. One is our Clostridium perfringens. And other is Cryptococcus neoformans. Remember, Cryptococcus neoformans. And V is for again Vibrio parahemolyticus. That is also bipolar staining bacteria. So these all bacteria are the main bacteria in microbiology. They are having what? This capsule, and now you know what is capsule. So pneumococcus. Talking about pneumococcus, they will show a different property because of this capsule. So remember, pneumococcus shows a very fine property is called Kulling reaction. What they will show you? Kulling reaction. That's a type of capsular swelling. Capsular swelling that happens in like a serological antigen react with antibody of capsule. It's a serological reaction. Now, next thing, similar manner, we have what? Bacillus anthrax. A for anthrax. So this Bacillus anthrax, we will take the colony of it and we will add methylene blue. So you can see all the capsules are being stained here. Capsules stained. So this special method that we using for Bacillus anthrax is also called McFadden's reaction. It's asked in the exam. McFadden's reaction. So anthrax also have what? Capsule, and we do a special reaction for it. What is it called? McFadden's reaction. Then next one, let's talk about motility. Many bacteria are motile. So let's talk about motility. Talking about motility, who will provide motility for bacteria? It is provided by what? Flagella. Will provide it? Flagella. So you might have heard there is a movement called tumbling movement. Frequently asked question. Tumbling में L है, that is done by Listeria. L. Then darting. Who will dart? Vibrio cholera. Darting movement. Then swarming. Who swim? Swarming. Proteus mirabilis. Proteus. They'll be swimming. Then there is something called falling leaf-like. Falling leaf-like. Who will show that falling leaf-like? Remember Giardia lamplia. And this lamplia have four pairs of flagella. Right. Then you might have heard about spirochetes like syphilis. Right. Spirochetes. The spirochetes, talking about it, they are having endoflagella. They ask in the exam. They move by what? Endoflagella. And they arise from what? This endoflagella arise from periplasmic space. They arise from periplasmic space. Remember, one of the example is Treponema pallidum. They will show a movement called corkscrew movement. Corkscrew movement. One more. There is a type of movement called lashing movement. Lashing type of movement. Who will show that lashing movement? Borrelia. So Borrelia will be showing us which type of movement? Lashing movement. Hope all are okay till here. Then remember a very important point. All these movements are demonstrated by we use something called hanging drop method. Which method will be using? Hanging drop. Or you can use semi-solid agar, that is also called motility agar. Semi-solid agar. Or we also call it as motility agar. So quickly revising what we learned from microbio, or we started microbio. We have gram staining, differential staining. So we have gram staining sequence as MGAS, methylene violet, crystal or genetine violet, G for grams iodine, M for methyl violet, A for acetone. It's a decolorizer. Fixer is grams iodine, acid alcohol, ethyl alcohol we use in safranin. Gram positive and gram negative can be differentiated. Thick peptidoglycan for gram positive and gram negative are thin. That's why they will retain positive and other will be washed off, right? That's why they appear pink in color, positive appear purple to violet. Ziehl-Neelsen staining or acid fast staining we use for TB. It's also a differential type, right? It's also a differential type. Then we take the sputum from the TB patient, we add carbol fusion. We will have intermittent heating and fixing. We add 20% H2SO4 as a decolorizer and methylene blue. After that, you will see blue cytoplasm and red bacilli. We confirm that is what tuberculosis. After carbol fusion, if you add phenol and same procedure is followed, that method is having specific name, Kinyon method or cold staining what method. 20% acid fast is for MTB, mycobacterium tuberculosis, 5% is for mycobacterium lepra, 7% is for what? Nocardia, 0.25 to 5% is for oocyst of cryptosporidium, cyclospora and isospora species. They are seen in which patient? Mainly HIV positive patient. Remember, all the cocci are gram positive except meningococci, gonococci, Veillonella and Moraxella. Cocci is the shape. And all the bacilli are gram negative except Mycobacterium, Anthrax, Clostridium, McDonald's, diphtheria, nocardia, actinomycetes, listeria monocytes, and diphtheroids. Remember, all are gram negative except these are what? Gram positive. Then bipolar staining, you will have Yersinia pestis or safety pin appearance, Klebsiella granulomatosis, Burkholderia malii, Burkholderia pseudomalii, Vibrio parahemolyticus, and Haemophilus ducrei. Then we talked about capsule. What is the function of capsule? They avoid phagocytosis. They helps in adhering to surface by preventing opsonization. It means to make the bacteria tastier. What is the main opsonizer? C3b, FCO, IgG, and IgM. Then we have all the capsulated bacteria are Pneumococcus, Pseudomonas, Anthrax, Klebsiella species, Influenza, Haemophilus, Yersinia, Bordetella, Meningococci, Clostridium perfringens, and Cryptococcus neoformans, and Vibrio parahemolyticus. Pneumococcus show an important reaction called Killing reaction, that is capsular swelling, antigen react with antibody. That's a type of serological reaction. Bacillus anthrax, the colony, when we mix with the methyl blue, you will have capsule stain that have a specific name called McFadden's reaction. Motility is by flagella, tumbling is by listeria, darting is by Vibrio cholera, swarming Porteus, falling leaf is Giardia lamblia. They have 4 pairs of flagella. Spirochetes, they are having endoflagella. They arise from periplasmic space. Treponema pallidum show corkscrew movement. Lashing is Borrelia. All these movements are demonstrated by hanging drop method, or we use semi-solid agar. It's also called what? Motility agar. So, yeah. Then next one, we are going to talk about what? Culture media.